Hi, everybody. So I'm back again with another album review. And today I'm going to be talking about an album from 1980 by Kate Bush called Never Forever. No, it's not Never Forever. It's Never Space for Space Ever. So this album is great. When I first heard this album, I was also listening to The Dreaming a lot with it. I was putting these albums on back to back and I was listening to them, front to back, each one, over and over, and I was just loving listening to Never Forever and The Dreaming over and over. I was really into it. Um, so the first song on the album is Babushka. This is a really, really cool song. Really cool. Because, in the song, she's trying to test her husband. So she goes undercover as this woman named Babushka, and she sends him all these letters, and then she finally agrees to meet him, and he still doesn't realize that this is his wife. So, trying to prove a point. So that's really interesting. I love that song. It's a really good song. Really nice, really nice, really interesting, and just totally creative. With the songwriting in that song, as you can expect with Kate, all of her songs were totally creative, but that's really cool. Okay, so then the next one is Delia, Song of Summer, and this is interesting. She's like, the Song of Summer. There's like some interesting things happening in the songs, like with the background singer. He goes like baritone and stuff. So there's some interesting, things happening in the songs. Cool. Okay, so then there's Blow Away for Bill. And she's saying like um about this guy in her band. He says music is all he's got in his life. Well, all of his licks and his R&B blow away. So that's interesting. So she's saying like, is all this music worth it that this guy's after? Is that all that he's after? Will it just all just blow away? And apparently, I guess his name was Bill. The guy in the band was Bill. So the next song is All We Ever Look For. And this is really cool. I like this song a lot. So this song, she says, all we ever look for, but we never do score. All we ever look for. All we ever look for, a God. All we ever look for, a drug. All we ever look for, a great big hug. But we never do score. So we're looking for all these things in life, and we don't get it. So it's interesting in this song. There's some interesting background things happening, like doors being shut. In the background, there's like, it sounds like some kind of like dancers going around, like, Persian dancers type thing happening. There's all kinds of interesting things happening in the song. It's just a cool song. Okay, so then there's, Egypt, this neat song. So, this was included on her 1979 Christmas special that she did on TV, and she did a video of it. It was so cool. It was brilliant, man. She was dressed in all this red silk, and there was a backdrop of the pyramids and the Sphinx behind her. So, and she did like some kind of exorcism. They did an exorcism on her in the video. It was really wild and interesting. I love that. It's very, very, very cool. Okay, so then they did the wedding list, which is next. So the wedding list was also in the 1979 Christmas special. She did a little play of it, on there, and it was cool. The wedding list is very dark. It's a very dark lyrics about just this guy tells her fiance that she's about to marry. So this song really reminds me of Kill Bill, that movie, a whole lot that I love. And there was actually a video on YouTube about that kind of compares the wedding list to Kill Bill scenes, and that's cool because it kind of really coincides a whole lot, and it's really neat to watch that. So then there's violin, and this is really intense. You know, she's saying violin, 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 and she's like, and he screamed to me, violin, violin. So she's really hyperactive about this violin thing happening. You know, she's really, you know, wild about it. Wild about the violin, you know. It's really very intense. Okay, so then the next song is The Infant Kiss. And this song was from a movie, like an old black and white movie. And she wrote this song as inspiration for the movie. It's just a really pretty song, and it's just very lovely. Then there's Nights into Stock. Nights into Stock is an instrumental that leads up to Army Dreamers. And Army Dreamers is really very interesting. It's about a guy who goes off to the war, and he's just totally engrossed in the military. You know, and so what does he have when he dies at a young age in the war? You know, what does he have to show for it, basically? Okay, so then the last song is Breathing. And she's like, breathe in, out, breathing my mother in, breathe in, out, breathing her nicotine. You know, so that's wild. And what she's talking about is nuclear kind of Holocaust things happening as well in that song. So there were some other tracks to this album that were B-sides, like Lord of the Reedy River, Rantan Waltz, I think there was some more like the Empty Bull Ring, I think, was on this, and different B-side tracks that you can find on the other sides as well. Which I'll talk about the other sides in another album review. But Never Forever is really good. The album artwork for Never Forever is actually it's not really my favorite. It's got a very like 1970s looking drawing of Kate Bush. Her dress is out and all these animals are coming out of her dress. I mean it's kind of creative artwork, I guess, but it just looks, I don't know, it just looks kind of like old fashioned, I guess. Not really high quality album cover art. To me, you know, I mean, some people may really love it, but I just don't, I'm not a fan of this album artwork. I hate to say something negative, you know, because the album is brilliant. The songs are brilliant. A lot of the videos are brilliant. I just don't really like the album cover too much, personally. But anyway, yeah, Never Forever is very highly recommended because it's a beautiful album that I was just obsessed by, as well as The Dreaming, when I first heard them. And I know you'll really, really enjoy Never Forever when you listen to it because it's brilliant. Totally brilliant. Totally just ingenious lyrics in all these songs. Really fantastic. But anyway, thank you so very much for listening to me talk about Never Forever by Kate Bush. And I hope you enjoyed this. And I will see you next time. So thank you so much. Bye bye.